Welcome back to Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode, and I've solved the shadow issue with help from a YouTuber or commenter with the name of Small Tangerine, who basically told me 3 things and 2 of them were wrong, and 1 of them was very, very right. So the right answer was that if you go into options and not options, if you go into mod options, go into Britannia of all things, Britannia in the config, if you scroll down, has this setting called enable shader usage. It's set to true by default. Change that to false if you enable shaders, and you don't have any more shadow issues on the floor. Everything looks nice, all looks great. Just to give you an idea. The other ideas were that it was something to do with astral sorcery or indeed advanced rocketry, because they both do something with the sky. Wasn't either of them. Britannia is the culprit, and we're now nice and looking sharp all over. Anyway, today we're going to be getting started a little bit towards applied energistics, I think. So to get started with that, we're just going to do this fairly quickly. We're just going to throw in some redstone. We're going to throw in some nether quartz and some charged surface quartz that we found while mining, and we'll just drop those into a puddle of water, which is now a murky puddle of water, but we get fluix crystals, which are the base components for pretty much everything else in AE2. So with those in mind, I can do a bit of just changing of a few things. We're going to just get a charger. That's just some fluix crystals and some iron. The charger will then turn around and sort of set up something very simple. Do I want to set this something up at the back? Now that we have this universal cable, I don't need to actually just have underneath the machines anymore. I can just send it up the back without any problems of accidental short circuit explosions. So yeah, why don't we just put it here? Okay, so if we have our charger right there, I can put the cable for it wherever I like. And I think what we're going to do is just have a couple of basic drawers. So hopefully this will actually work. We'll see very shortly. Yep, so one there and one there. No, that's not the right place for that one. I need a place that this will... Well, it would be fine if we could have like an upside down hopper, but we only really have hoppers at the moment, so you are fine with there. And we're just going to put a couple of hoppers in play and get those running. So I've got a couple of hoppers. There's one, and the other one we'll put pointing at the drawer at the bottom. There we go. And hopefully the charger is good enough to basically determine whether it can actually basically dump charged only items out. And I have 4 cable left. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like it is. Oh, why won't you? Do you have to connect on the bottom? I really hope not. That's annoying. You know how annoying that is? That's really annoying. Can we just actually test? Hopefully it isn't just that it's a bottom connection. It is just something else. Oh, it is a bottom only connection. That's disappointing. Because it means I can't get a hopper of charged stuff out of it. Fine. Oh, we're going to need to wait until I actually get some ducting or other work. We'll get some actually out of AE2 itself, so there's no big problem. But I just would like to be able to process stuff by dumping it in the top here. For example, regular surface quartz, and it should start charging. And that will, once it charges, there it goes, would nicely exit if I had anything from here. Now, there is also a mechanism, of course. Now, I haven't really used mechanisms, pipe / duct / whatever you actually want to call them. So why don't we take a look at those? They're all usually a little bit hard to see in JAI, but here they are. So the logistical transporter is going to be items, but I don't think they're capable of running in the same block space as each other, whereas something like Ender IO, which we've not got to yet either, is you can put them all in one block space, and it helps very, very, very much with something like this. Of course, once you get to AE2 itself, it transmits power and data along the same lines, so there's no real problems there. So that's that. So let's get started with everything else. So rest of stuff for AE2, we want to get to the ME controller pretty quickly. You can get away without using it at all. You can get it with a few devices without that. But you are going to need a disk drive or an ME chest, and an ME chest in this pack is... ME chest is going to be a terminal anyway, so we certainly have to make a terminal. And that is going to take us down the line towards inscription. So yeah, we've got to get a lot of stuff done. So inscribers, first of all, then we are going to need some reinforced stone. We've already made some of that. Sticky pistons, which we've already got the capacity to make. Machine cases is the only thing that we don't have prepared already, and that's yet more reinforced stone and advanced machine casings. So I'm just going to go and make, how many inscribers am I going to need? I'm going to need, well, I can get away with one to start because we have an advanced inscriber. Yeah, an advanced inscriber in the pack we can convert across pretty quickly. So I think I'm going to get away with one to start. Go off to craft an advanced machine casing, which is just some steel plate and carbon plate and bits and pieces. And then I'll craft this up and we'll get ready to craft our first inscriber. And one of the prerequisites for that inscriber is to unlock this, the machine case, which we are then going to be able to, well, we're going to use it up, so I may as well just get another machine case from the quest. The latest processing unit actually uses up a machine case as well, but that's fine. We have the choice of what we actually use there. And you can see we unlock this one, Industrial 4 going, which then unlocks us into RF tools and other such things. And you can see we've got a Energistics 2 heading here next, and we get choices of quite a few different Certus or crystals as a reward. So yeah, either the controller or the energy acceptor to complete this quest. Either one is fine. There we go. So that's a good thing to have. That leads on to Draconic Evolution. And yeah, we've got other stuff to go. Fine. Oh, we got all of them? We got all of them. Okay, that's fine. I thought we had to choose. I don't mind. All right, so over here we can put, well, that's marble. Machine case. And we get our first inscriber. That's good because we can then set that up somewhere. And probably get the energy acceptor is probably worthwhile getting to get that quest done, but also other stuff too. Energy acceptor is going to need some bits and pieces. It's going to need some Constantin, which we've not made before. That's worthwhile getting. I think I mentioned this last episode. It's not terribly hard to actually make. I think it's just copper and nickel. Yeah, so we'll just get a couple of sets of those going. We'll just pump this back out again. Where's my ingot cast? There it is. So copper times 4 and nickel. So let's just put both of those in and the nickel. Okay, and I'm just going to turn that off until they alloy together, and then we'll be able to get Constantin out. And the rest in here is going to be copper plate, which I already have, redstone gears, which is going to be trivial, and that's good for that. Vacuum tube, however, we're going to need an engineer's workbench to get into vacuum tubes. So that's looking like it's going to be straightforward, although it does need treated wood to make. I think I already have a treated wood. I think I already have like 2/3 of a stack somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Treated wood planks. So if we can get that sorted, vacuum tube, engineer's workbench. I'm going to need treated wood, yeah, fence. So that's going to need some sticks. Okay, and then we'll just get one fence like that. And everything else should just be regular wood, which I can just grab 4 of you. I'll make a craft bench. Craft bench goes down along with our treated wood sticks, logs, planks, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to need your engineer's workbench, which we can put really anywhere. Let's just put it over here in a corner. No, let's put it there. Okay, cool. It's got a vise, it's got some spaces for stuff, and we're ready to go in there. So we have a number of different things we can actually use this with, but what we're going to be concerned with is stuff for this energy acceptor, the vacuum tube. We are going to need a crafting components plus this stuff. Nickel plate, redstone, copper wire, and any glass? Any glass. Okay, cool. Let me just get a few of those things together, and we'll see where we go from there. Yeah, I want the crafting components one, so I'm going to need iron, aluminium, copper, basically lapis and paper, so that shouldn't be a problem. We'll get that done. So I've got most of the components together. We can just finish up the last parts ourselves. This is just some nether quartz dust. Is that the one I actually wanted to do? I think it is. With some glass. Yeah, we're going to make some glass fiber. Okay, together with some Fluix crystals, that's going to make our ME glass cable, or at least 24 of it. We'll later move across to better cable than that. We'll move across to smart cable, but to get us started, this will actually do the job just fine. And then we're going to combine it all into an energy acceptor. There we go, one energy acceptor, and that should get us the quest, Fluix energy connection. And this is a choice. Do I get a choice of which one of those I want? I think I want... I think I want pure flux crystal. Detect. Yep. Let me just give me the pure. Yep. The flux crystal, that will do. And you can see that's now open. Extreme reactors just needs a reactor controller. Let's leave that alone. Need a few things there. And then that leaves the ME controller itself, which is requiring a bunch of other stuff that we don't have yet. I've got 2 machine cases, maybe. Or maybe I've only got 1. Skyceiling blocks, straightforward. Flux blocks, straightforward. Control circuit blocks, that's going to need a bit more work. But not too much more. Vacuum tubes, copper plate, insulating glass, which is just looks like some cactus green along with some pulverized iron and glass. So again, no big deal. I'm going to craft a few more of those things then. Energy acceptor is going to be useful just for converting RF across to basically E2 power. So that's something that's going to be worthwhile. I'm going to need a buffer for it, but we'll get to other things first. And with a nice, wonderful rain without any weird shadows. I do love the rain on shader Minecraft. I'm sure vanilla players will get that fairly soon as well. I think Mojang were saying they are actually working on it. Anyway, we've got some advanced control circuits. We'll take 4 of those. We're going to combine those in here. That's going to make elite control circuits. We are going to need some more reinforced alloy, however. Reinforced alloy. And that is just some enriched alloy with diamonds. Okay, so I'm going to need to obviously make more of that. Probably need 8 more, so that means 8 more iron and, you know, some compressed diamond and bits and pieces. Now, while I'm actually producing these final few bits and pieces, I thought I'd tell you about a game I saw on Steam, or coming up on Steam fairly soon, called Automation Empire. I think I'm probably going to try and play through. It's coming in around about... It's less than 10 days now. Not sure what it's going to be like, but it's almost like an isometric 3D version of Factorio. So, hey, that might be quite good. But, yeah, you guys take a look. It could be awful. It could be great. Who knows? But I'll certainly take a look and report back, depending on what it's like. Is that done? That is done. All my reinforced alloy. And then we can just put you in whichever grid I needed those in. Here we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 elite control circuits, which you need to go in here. The bioplastics is just sugarcane in a manufactory. The circuit board is actually also quite simple. This insulating glass we've already seen, vacuum tubes and copper plates. Lastly, that just leaves the copper coil blocks. And we know what they're made out of. Lots and lots of copper. Copper plate to be exact. So I get 4. It's 1 plate to each one of those. So it's, yeah, I'm going to need 8. I'm going to need 16 copper to be converted over. Okay. I think I've already got 16 copper, so that's fine. I just need to put it into plate form, which of course is just putting it back through the smeltery. And why don't I just make 32? Well, in fact, I don't know, is that this smeltery isn't big enough for 32. It's big enough for like 27, but we're fine for now. And we'll convert those into plates, cut them down into that LV wire, and then that should be pretty much it. Is there anything else left? The control circuit, once we have that, we have everything else. So just the control circuit to go there, and we should be ready. There's 2 copper coil. Ready and done, and that can go into the wrong grid. This grid. Okay. Yep, control circuit. And control circuit makes us the ME controller. Yep, and let's just see if this... I think it actually accepts RF directly. Maybe? Let's give it a try. Where's my controller? There it is. No. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, good. Okay, so I don't need the energy acceptor if I run cables off this. I'll need the energy acceptor if I need to sort of power something else directly rather than by the controller, I guess. So that's going to do. We are going to need some kind of power buffer, as I said before, but that's fine for now. That then leads us on to things like terminals and disk drives. So drives, we need engineering processes, but we've made those. Iron atom casings, iron casings. Disk drive, that's going to go via open computers. Interesting. Okay, but that seems relatively straightforward. And that seems relatively straightforward, so I don't think I'm going to show that on camera. Just a piston and a stick in the middle and some more iron. So I'm going to process some more iron. We're using up a chunk of it, actually getting all this ready, but that's expected. Let's just process up some and put it straight through. Instead of putting it through the smeltery, we can just put it straight through the electric furnace now. It's perfectly fine. I should actually also get wherever the push-pull upgrades are, the ejecting interfaces, etc. I need to probably get those so that it automatically pushes it into the furnace, but no need for now. I'm going to craft up the precursor to the disk drive. We'll get the drive up, and then we're also going to need a terminal, and with it being me, what I actually want is the crafting terminal, not necessarily the terminal. So that is another processor, fine. And terminal takes us back through all kind of stuff that we can make, I think. Yeah, quartz glass. Yeah, also if we can make it. There's no recipe changes from standard E2. So let's jump through that. And there we go. We have our piston and printed circuit board with our disk drive from Open Computers. Go and take that over and put it in here. And we get a disk drive from Applied Energistics 2. So new sky, no more rain. It dries up immediately. I kind of like wish that when it rained, it would stay on the floor and you get sunlight at the same time. Anyway, that's beside the point. Let's just take. In fact, is there an Applied Energistics 2 quest category? Because we're about to consume an awful lot of things in there. Oh, such a shame there isn't. I want lots of rewards for it. Really nice. Well. It's going to be essential anyway, so we may as well make it. So ME control, ME drive is both fine. We got some smart cable as part of a quest reward, so I may as well use it. Can't remember which one it was, but we certainly got it just appearing in my inventory, so it's one of them we clicked through. Probably the ME energy acceptor one will be fine. So what does that leave us? That leaves us with making a terminal and then making our first 1K storage drive. So 1K is the easiest target to go for. That's fluid, that's regular, so let's just go for regular. And that's going to need usual stuff, I would imagine. Yep, so logic processors. We'll need to make a few of those. Obviously, we'll be able to get auto crafting working pretty soon. We don't need charged. Just any kind of Certus crystal will do. So it's literally just logic processors, which means I need to go and get some gold, because gold is needed. And we're going to need to just process those up into the precursors, the printed circuit boards. Gold and logic. Where's my logic processor press thing? Yeah, logic press. There we go. Okay, off to make some of those. Okay, most of that's made. We just need some quartz glass to get started. Plenty of it. And we're just going to convert across. Just may as well make our sort of terminal side first of all. Illuminated panels, they go into here. Formation cores and lightation cores are just more logic processors with, bits of fluidics dust and stuff. So ME terminal will do there, and I need to clearly get some more space. We need a crafting terminal, which needs a calculation processor and a workbench. So I'm going to get that crafted up in a second. On this side of things, we've got our 1K ME storage components. Again, it's just logic processors. There is a bit of a wrinkle, and that being we need iron chests for this thing. That's the one recipe that did change, surprising me quite a bit. So if I just get some iron plates even, I think I've been, yeah, they've been made up from there. We'll upgrade a couple of chests. Excuse me. My throat's going again, clearly. Upgrade a couple of chests. Where's the iron plates going? There we are. Are they fine? Yeah, looks like they are. So let's just get a couple of chests upgraded. Yeah. We'll get these done. And that is just going to need those two there. And I'll just throw some stuff out of my inventory because I just need the chest to be put down. And that just means, lastly, it's just redstone and a little bit more quartz glass. So if I just get the quartz glass and get some redstone, and the rest is pretty much history. So we just need to finish off this, and I can start putting stuff away. Oh, it'd be so nice. So yeah, I need a calculation processor. Fine, I'll be right back. I should mention, for calculation processors, you can't just throw in Certus quartz. It does not accept it. You have to go via pure Certus, but there is a shortcut to that in this pack. So if we just grind this up for a second, we're just going to need one of those and a little bit of sand. We can make a seed, but then you can put the seed, instead of having to throw it in water and wait, you can just put it through an enrichment chamber and it will immediately grow straight into pure crystals. So do I have any sand around? Probably don't. Probably processed it all. Yeah, why have I processed all this? Oh no, there is plenty of sand. Good. Let's just get rid of you for a second. So we just need both of those. That takes 2 seeds. And normally you'd have to grow them in a crystal growth accelerator or, you know, chuck them in water. In this case, hopefully, yep, that's going to take some energy, but should just produce us with full pure crystals. And there we go. Which we can then throw in here and turn that into a calculation processor, or at least the prerequisite. The usual combination of things from here will get you to the processor. Okay, so up we go. We get 2 1K storage components. Let's put those in. We could go to 4K drives right now. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just going to get 2 1K drives. And then finally, we're just going to get a crafting terminal from this terminal. And that's everything I think that we're going to need. Yeah, and we are sort of laying down all this stuff. But let's actually put everything down. And let's see if we can get a system up and running. We'll just put it into this back wall for now. And that's mainly because I can connect power right here for pretty much free. Yeah, and we'll just bring a cable off. Maybe a few different directions. Maybe I'll just bring one up. We've got plenty of smart cable. So let's just grab some cable there. And I'm just going to bring that up to the top. And for now, I'm just going to fit a... our sort of our drives just along the top of this wall. I'm not going to worry about them being particularly pretty. I just want them available, at least to start, to get everything in the digital storage. There we go. So we have basically 63 types, so 63 different types of items times 2, so 126 different types of item, and that's going to be good for now. We are also we're going to get our crafting terminal running, so let's just run this the other way. Okay, and let's just bring the cable this way. We'll be able to move the system quite easily because we won't have to worry about it once everything is in the system. And because we just grab the drives. There we go. And there we go. So are you active? You are. Can I put stuff in there? I can. Ah, oh, look at that. 1 of 63 types. Yep. So now we pretty much want to dump all the stuff in here that is used to basically make more AE2 stuff. I'm not going to worry about anything else that much, but AE2 stuff in general, yeah, we're definitely going to keep it in here. And then I'm going to transfer stuff across. From this point, you're going to want to carry on just making drives. I would seriously consider just filling up that initial disk drive. So that's 63 times 10. So obviously 630 different types of items, which will actually grab a fair proportion of the base stuff. It won't have any massive storage capacity in terms of number of items, because that's limited with the 1K storage type. But to get started, you know, that's not such a big deal. I want to mainly get out of the habit of using chests and basically make this whenever I want. So yeah, I'm going to make more logic processors. Over on here, we're clearly going to need a lot of iron, because I need basically for every drive, I need a chest, which is easy enough, but I also need lots of iron plates. And that means I'm going to just go put them through the smeltery. There is another way of making iron plates, by the way. It's sort of a sort of workaround, if I remember rightly. It's sort of a multi-block machine that you can sort of make. There is the metal press, but there is something else as well. I'm almost sure, like a small plate presser, and you basically a block of obsidian, an upside down piston, and you put a block of iron underneath and get iron plate back out. But that's 9 iron for 4 iron. No, I'm gonna need it all. I need it all very, very, very much. So I've got some going into the smeltery. The rest is just, so there we go. It's just been produced by the furnace. We don't even need to produce it by the furnace. We can put it through smeltery as well. But that's all fine. So this will go towards our drive supply, and now that we have a working AE2 system. And of course, it's all solar powered, so everything is looking pretty good. And look at that. No more chests whatsoever. All gone. Nothing in there. Nothing at all. All cleaned up. Yep, we have everything pretty much been converted over. So we can pretty much remove all of our basic blocks, get those out of the way. We can put them into our into our AE2 system, and everything's looking pretty good. Let's just get rid of all of you as well. There we go. And we still have 2 drives that aren't full of types yet. We've got about 1.5 drives left of types. And that is everything. I've literally emptied, well, aside from maybe just this chest, which has just got some bits and pieces in. These casks I like to leave near this anyway. But otherwise, we're done. So, one episode with all of storage upgraded, cleaned up, and ready for the next one. Oh, and thanks to the commenter who said you can probably just throw stuff onto a pressure plate. Let's just get a piece of iron. Let me just double check that. I didn't actually test it. I just wanted to, rather than have a separate pressure plate for me to jump onto. Yep, we can just drop them onto a pressure plate and that will work on its own just fine. Thanks to that commenter as well. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode. We will be getting into Thorncraft next episode now that I've cleaned up everything. And we will probably move to a new base soon, but that just means moving like 3 or 4 blocks now as far as the storage system is concerned. So I like it. If you like the episode, give it a thumbs up, follow along. Obviously, let me know about your particular AE2 systems. If you've got anything that's better than mine, well, mine's terrible right now, but it will become better, honestly. And I'm going to remodel around this base, I think, and see what we can get to. Otherwise, see you next episode. Give it a like, subscribe, share, click on the bell for notifications, and more important than all that, do comment for other people who are playing through, and we'll see you next time. As always, guys, thanks for watching.